There's something very important which you need to see. If you look at phase 3 and the density of the votes of both parties, you will get a sense of how the BJP starts very strong. There are, out of 92 seats, 68 seats has the NDA with a vote share of more than 50%. So, that's almost 6 out of 9 seats with a vote, 7 out of 9 seats, you have a vote share of more than 50%. 40 to 50% is 17 seats. Weak seats, only 1. If you look at the India Alliance, the same thing. How many seats are you strong on? The India Alliance is more than 50% vote share, only on 11 seats. 40 to 50 only on 24, which means out of the total seats up for grabs, for all practical purposes, there's a battle only on 35 seats where the India Alliance is more than 40% plus. On the other seats, there isn't that much of a battle because the BJP and the NDA is incredibly strong, sitting on 41 plus 24, 65 strong and relatively safe seats. That's the whole message. And the problem there, Yashwant Deshmukh, is given how northern Karnataka, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, the northern part of Chhattisgarh, how saffron these parts are, you need to do something out of the ordinary, something out of the box. You need to step down, do a Rinku Singh. If you play like Sanjay Manjrekar in this Indian political league, you will not be able to beat the BJP. The only way it's a tough fight in any case. The only way you have a hope in hell is if you bat like Rinku Singh and not like Sanjay Manjrekar.
Absolutely, Rahul. And sometimes, when I was saying that let's look beyond 2024, that's the point, that there is a test match, there is a T20, there is a one day, So basically, what they are risking is a kind of Wayanad at that point of time. If they do not carry Wayanad at this point of time, that okay, if he leaves Wayanad after winning, what kind of messaging goes in at the assembly election? Because if the bypoll happen in Wayanad, then obviously CPM is going to put all the might to win Wayanad and do that. One thing which you asked me, Rahul, actually Rashid Bhai gave an answer, to that question earlier when he said why Priyanka Gandhi is needed by the Congress. Because she needs to campaign. Because she is obviously considered as more impact worthy by the Congress leaders and rank and file. That's the answer which I was trying to give with the data. Rashid Bhai had already given that answer. So from that perspective, yes, I agree that it's probably more required that Priyanka ji needs to campaign more for the Congress. And if it will make sense that if after winning, Rahul Gandhi keeps Rai Bareli and vacates, why not for Priyanka Gandhi? Probably then in that line. But there are so many ifs and so many buts over there that given a chance, there are, probably too much of hedging to be done in that.
Here's the thing. Before phase 3 and as the battle moves to the Hindi heartland, you need to communicate that you're in the fight, that you're pushing, jostling, that you think you have a chance of toppling the BJP. And unless you do that, Rashid Kizwai, do not communicate a very defensive mindset, one where the leadership itself is preferring to be safe than sorry and is definitely not batting like Rinku Singh. They're trying to bat like Sanjay Manjrekar, which in the Indian political league of today, T20 style, is most certainly not a good idea.
Rahul, I think when it comes to Congress has to pass a lot of tests which other political parties are not subjected to. Look at this, UP situation, Amethi, Rai Bareli, entire context. There is no spotlight on Samajwadi Party. It is the pact with Samajwadi Party that has compelled Rahul Gandhi to fulfill, coalition dharma during the negotiations and talks. And Akhilesh Yadav is on record. Uttar Pradesh mein mehfil jamate hain. See, the fact of the matter is, in order to do well, Samajwadi Party has to do very well in Uttar Pradesh, that 34, 35, seats that you're talking about. So Rahul Gandhi is doing his bit. But the narrative is the Congress is doing this, Congress is doing this, Congress is doing that. There is no, Congress is not alone in this fight. There is this election is, as I keep saying, is more for, Mamata Banerjee and Tejasvi Yadav and Stalin and of course Akhilesh Yadav. So therefore, it is a team effort that is at play. It may look a bit odd also, but Rahul Gandhi is doing his bit. He is out there as part of his coalition dharma.
Okay, Sharad Pradhan, final words. What do you think will happen? Will Rahul get a real fright now that the BJP big guns will aim for Rai Bareli? Or do you think in the end he'll pull it through? And given that there are indications that he'll go to Wayanad, does that then make the voters of Rai Bareli feel a little confused?
No, I think that is too much of presumption that he will leave this and leave that. Obviously, he has to leave one seat. Mr. Modi also left Gujarat and decided to stay on in Varanasi. So that's not.
But he left
issue.
the easy seat to pick the tougher seat. He didn't, Wayanad is the easier seat in this context. If you leave Wayanad and come to Rai Bareli, it's one thing. If you leave Rai Bareli, go to Wayanad, that again is doubly defensive.
That depends. That we can't predict today which one he'll leave. Obviously, he'll have to leave one. But fact remains that Rahul contesting from Rai Bareli will not require as much effort, which will not leave him enough time to campaign in other places. To go by the premise that Priyanka will be the only one contesting campaigning all over the place, I don't think it makes sense. Both of them will be going. And Rai Bareli being, as I said, to be on a safe, if he was in Amethi, there's no doubt that he would have got bogged down with Amethi. There's no...
Okay, Rahul Verma, final words. From your lens, this Priyanka and RG debate, the siblings from all that we hear from the Congress and from the two quarters and from they themselves get along really well. But very naturally, there are those who think that Priyanka has more flair, that she's the better public speaker, that she has the better public connect. How do you see this play out, right? Like brother and sister, they get along well. That's what we know. But many seem to think that Priyanka could potentially do a better job than Rahul.
From time immemorial, political families that wanted to keep power with themselves used to divide regions with different members of the family. I think the strategy should have been that Rahul Gandhi should have focused on southern India, contesting from Wayanad. He has a better tracking there. Whereas Priyanka should have focused on northern India, contested from Rai Bareli. That would have been better for the family as well as for the Congress.
Why do you think they didn't do it? What you're saying is so logical and rational. Why do you think they didn't do it?
Because once you are in decline, either you go what Rajat suggested, wear a coffin on your head, or you basically do things which doesn't make sense to anyone.
Okay, Rashid Kidwai has his little finger up. I don't know what you're trying to say because Rahul Verma, who's a political analyst, says it's not making sense, not making rational sense.
No. Rahul, first of all, comparison is a thief of joy. Second thing, Rahul Gandhi, politically speaking, is 15-year senior to Priyanka Gandhi in electoral politics. And third thing, in any dynasty, there is one person who's in command, who's in charge. You look at, House of Scindia, there are 4 of them are there, but it is Jyotiraditya Scindia who's first among equals. So similarly, by consensus in the family, and Priyanka Gandhi is most keen on it, then Rahul Gandhi is first among equal as far as the politics is concerned.
Now, if you have to pick a dynast, have you picked the most capable dynast? If you have a leader, do you have the leader with the maximum mass connect? That's a whole different debate. We could go into that, but really, as it's their choice, it's their family, it's their choice, it's their party, and therefore, how can anyone weigh in? You can have a view and an opinion, but really, ultimately, as Rashid said, it's their choice. At the moment, as Priyanka also said, it's Rahul's election. She wants to put Rahul in front, and she's putting herself on the back burner for the time being. I want to thank our guests for joining us. This is fascinating. At least there is some fight in the Hindi heartland. Rahul Gandhi fighting from Rai Bareli. Let's see the impact it has, because not just on the seat, but on the Congress SP coalition in Uttar Pradesh. Does it make it then a tighter fight? And if it's completely one-way traffic, and if Rahul just scrapes through or maybe loses Rai Bareli, what does that then mean? It'll be very exciting, far more exciting than not fighting at all.